Hi,
Hi,
Justyna.
and Kuba.
We are from Poland and we travel around the world searching for our prehistory, for places,
Important for European heritage.
for our heritage, for our human heritage, for our human identity. Today we are in Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, in that and in this Göbekli Tepe.
Yes.
Around us are,
It's Göbekli Tepe.
yeah,
It's archaeological site.
So,
Many people try to suggest that point zero in human history is here,
it's here,
about 12,000
years ago.
before present.
Yes.
Okay,
So come with us.
come with us.
Today, Göbekli Tepe in a nutshell, briefly, concisely, based on information from official Turkish archaeological sources, such as the Şanlıurfa Archaeological Museum. There are a lot of theories and speculations about Göbekli Tepe online. So, after our visiting Şanlıurfa, we want to present in a concise form what the official museum information is, because it is based on science. Göbekli Tepe is located 15 kilometers from Şanlıurfa. It is located on a limestone plateau in the Germush Mountains, 770 meters above sea level. It is the mountainous zone of Upper Mesopotamia between the Euphrates and Tigris rivers. The choice of this location was not coincidental. The high-quality limestone necessary for the construction of monumental structures is still naturally found on this plateau. All T-shaped pillars were carved in one piece from the local limestone bed. To this day, unfinished large pillars and traces of quarrying can still be observed in the stone quarries. Most of the pillars were transported less than 500 meters away. The limestone used here is still considered one of the most durable and highest quality stone types in the region. This settlement dates back to 9,500, 8,000 BC and spanning about 1,500 years. There is no evidence of domesticated plants or animals, indicating that the hunter-gatherer lifestyle continued. Göbekli Tepe existed during periods A and B, the so-called pre-pottery Neolithic. The so-called pre-pottery Neolithic A spanned the years 10,000, 8,800 BC and the subsequent Neolithic B spanned the years 8,800, 6,500 BC. The geophysical screenings revealed that the settlement was host to at least 20 structures, ritual structures, with only a fraction of these unearthed so far. Pre-pottery Neolithic A period structures are all secular plant and possessed monumental obelisks placed among terraces located on their walls. The centers of these secular plant structures usually possesses two T-shaped obelisks, and some of them have human-like elements like hands, arms and clothing. Pre-pottery Neolithic B period structures are usually smaller and are rectangular shaped. They are thought to have been used for shelter and daily life rather than communal events. Additionally, rock-cut water channels and cisterns were identified. Both period structure fundaments were shaped either by polishing stone or by using the terrassot technique, during which burnt lime is hardened. Excavations at Göbekli Tepe began in 1995. One of the most famous architectural elements at Göbekli Tepe are T-shaped pillars. ranging in height from 1.5 to 5.5 meters. Highest pillars are positioned at the center of the structures and are interpreted as stylized human figures. The main part is the body and the top is the head. Some pillars have sculpted arms, hands and loincloths, sometimes with additionally sculpted animals. They are surrounded by smaller pillars. Stone benches, which may have been used for sitting, are found beneath them. Geophysical surveys indicate that approximately 300 pillars are present at the site. While reliefs of predatory animals, geometric motifs and abstract symbols frequently appear on the pillars, human figures are rare. The reliefs depict such animals like, for example, lions, bulls, boars, foxes, gazelles, donkeys, snakes, insects, arachnids, and birds, particularly vultures. Vultures also play an important role in the iconography of Çatalhöyük and Jericho. When a representation of a human being appears, it is male. The female representation is one and the same, completely different from everything else. The animals, when identifiable, are male and are often depicted in an aggressive postures. During excavations, animal bones from the depicted animals were found. Other finds from the site include stone sculptures, axes, grinding vessels, beads and various ornaments. They are exhibited at the Şanlıurfa Archaeology Museum. Look at some of them. One of the interesting sculptures from the site is painted wild pig statue. It's 1 meter and 35 centimeters long and 70 centimeters high. It was made of limestone by a prehistoric artist or artists and was located in front of the north wall of building D at Göbekli Tepe. It was found on a bench in the center of the building, and the front side of the bench below was decorated with H symbol, a half moon, 2 snakes and 3 human faces or mask reliefs. The tongue of the boar statue is painted red and the rest of the body has black and white pigments. The fact that this statue is painted strengthens the idea that other statues or T-shaped pillars were also painted, although it has not survived. Although no graves have been directly identified, over 700 human bone fragments have been found. Deep incisions made with flint tools and carefully crafted holes were detected on skulls belonging to 3 different people. The main excavation area of Göbekli Tepe is located on the southern slope of the site. All of the structures are defined as large-scale communal buildings constructed for shared use with social and ritual purposes. It is believed that collective events and ceremonies were held in these spaces. In the Neolithic period, these monumental structures were not abandoned. On the contrary, they were deliberately filled in with transported materials. It is thought that the structures were considered to have died, and by filling and burying their interiors, they were either preserved or concealed. In structure B, in front of the foxes sculpted on one of the pillars, a stone bowl was placed, accompanied by a horizontal channel that leads directly to it. This arrangement is believed to have been designed for the flow of liquids, suggesting the presence of a special ritual area. In some sections of the structure D, remnants of plaster adhering to the walls have been discovered. The preservation of this wall plaster supports the idea that the structure may once been roofed. It is believed that the roof structure was supported by the two central pillars set on a relatively shallow basis. In the structure C and other structures are some so-called porthole stones. Porthole stones are stones with openings inside which may have served as passageway into the structures. They're a bit odd for a regular entrance, a bit too small, a bit uncomfortable. It is believed that they are more than an entrance. They may have been ritual passages designed for symbolic transition. The mysterious only one representation of a woman is located in a structure inaccessible to tourists. It was positioned on a bench between two pillars. From the very beginning of this place's existence, archaeologists have found residential structures that may indicate a sedentary or semi-sedentary lifestyle. Look, one of the structures contained a totem pole. It is 192 centimeters tall. Viewed from top to bottom, it depicts three figures: a bear or large phalid with a missing head, and the neck and arms of a human, another figure with human arms but without a head, likely male, and a third figure with a head that had survived intact. Snakes are carved on either side. An additional interesting fact: Wikipedia states that 6 stone troughs, each with a capacity of up to 160 liters, were discovered at one of the structures at Göbekli Tepe. The sediment found at their bottom contained oxalates formed when water mixed with grain. Based on this, scientists hypothesized that the troughs may have been used to brew prehistoric beer. Finally, the latest discovery from Göbekli Tepe. Archaeologists recently discovered a human statue embedded in the wall between two structures. It is a reclining, quite large figure. Researchers believe it was a ritual offering. And well, it's another pebble, or perhaps a large boulder, in understanding the beginnings of the Neolithic. When compared with similar finds at Karahan Tepe, researchers said the discovery strengthens the theory that Göbekli Tepe was designed as a ritual center where human representation and ceremonial offerings were central to community life. Another quotation: scholars note that discoveries at Göbekli Tepe continue to challenge long-held theories about civilization's origins. Instead of farming leading to ritual gathering, evidence now suggests that shared spiritual practices may have driven the shift towards agriculture and permanent settlement, writes Turkey Today. It's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to not miss other videos. And till the next time. Bye bye.
Bye.